I warned them! They should know better. Don't speak bad about the operation. Anybody can do their job. And in fact, I think I'm going to prove that this morning. I have the best co-hosts I could ever ask for. And whenever they're ready, they are more than welcome to join me. In fact, they're joining me now.
Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Sharif-Phakur, Mr. Edison.
Hi Mike, how are you?
Friend.
Mr. Edison, how do you do?
Mr. Sharif-Phakur, it's very nice to see you this morning.
This feels natural. This feels a lot better than those other two idiots that I'm used to working with.
I warned them. I told them. I gave them fair warning. I'm a fair guy.
How dare they disrespect the operation on live TV?
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Unbelievable.
And they can't seem to grasp the operation, can? Actually, all those nincompoops, those cretins out there, let me explain something to you. When Randall Fairway won the match at Wharf Territory, the main event, the PA title, he was under contract to me, okay? Yeah, the GM picked him, but his contract had my signature on it. So therefore, he was actually representing me. She's a lawyer. You'd think she might have, I don't know, read a couple of the clauses, but
Maybe
she's
hire
a woman.
someone.
Yeah.
Hire somebody to proofread it for
I
her.
guess Mr. Sharif-Phakur wasn't around to do it for her, right?
You see how that turns out.
No. So, with all that going down, I get control of the AON, where it should be, because let's face it, I have my master's in business development, business management, all that stuff. It's on my Facebook page. You can go see for yourself. The fact of the matter is, now the company can be run the way it should be run. And Project 13, now you know what?
Yeah, I'll take over this one. Project 13 is no more, my friends. Me and Cass Edison have been spending 1 year behind the scenes trying to rid the AON of this trash that they call Shane Malice and overthrown thing guy.
You know what? I don't even want to waste any more time thinking about that.
Mr. Shane Malice and Mr. Zach Rain. Look into the eyes of what the future holds, my friend. We have been setting out for a while to take this over. What makes you think that we would just give it up now? We will not. Mr. Fairway, myself, Israel Sharif-Phakur, and Mr. Cass Edison here are now running the show. With that being said, Mr. Edwards, how did you feel when it all went down?
I was like, genius, pure genius. I mean, I had no clue, and wow.
Did you see the look on the faces of the roster as they sat around the ring during that main event?
Not to mention some of the fans were standing there like this for a little while.
Yeah, the one guy, I think he cried.
I think you're right.
I think it was tears of happiness because he realizes all the chicanery and all of this bull crap that Project 13, oh, we're funny, oh, I'm Biggie McLarge. What? Really? Really? This is a wrestling company. This is sports entertainment. This isn't Project 13's comedy hour.
I think I'll grab my Nerf gun and go look for you now. While we pay our bills.
Yeah, we gotta really pay some bills.
We'll be right back.
If you like the action you see on the AON RunDown, then don't miss the hottest show in town. All or Nothing Professional Wrestling Live.
Mike Edwards here. As host of the Rundown, I'm literally living my dream. Being involved with AON professional wrestling is my absolute dream job, and I love every minute of it. But I'm here to tell you that if being involved in the fastest growing sports entertainment company in the region is something you might want to do, then I'm going to tell you how. Whether you want to be a wrestler, a manager, or even a referee, then you need to do a few things. Call 619-5606 or 693-9111, or you can email us at rundown@aonwrestling.com. I'm living my dream. If you want to live yours, call today. But you're not hosting the show. Welcome back, guys, and we have an extra special match for you today. But before I get to that, I want to ask Mr. Sharif-Phakur a question about the future of the cartel. I mean, what's going on there?
The future of the cartel, my friends. I am still the leader of the cartel. That is a fact. I defeated Colin Blair at War for Territory 4. So therefore, the cartel's still intact. I will deal with Mr. Bam Bam Hassel, Mr. Adam Nostikoff, and Mr. A.C. Norway on the 17th. If you want to see what goes down with that, my friends, we will be in Tipton on that day, September 17th, and you will get to see it all unfold. As far as Colin Blair goes, Mr. Blair shall be exiled from the cartel from this day forward. I told you, Mr. Blair, you do not try to overthrow me or my dictatorship. You tell me to leave all the boom at home with me. He should have left all the splat at home with him.
That's just racist on his part.
It is.
It's hurtful.
It is.
Would you like to introduce the match? I mean,
You know, actually, speaking of, how'd you...
I'm sorry. You had-
Splat?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll actually look at the match where we saw a little bit of that at War for Territory when Mr. Sharif-Phakur here took on Colin Blair, and I think that match turned out pretty well, I think.
It turned out well for me.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and as an added feature, since I kind of exiled X-Man and Drew Shannon off the show, there's some guest commentary that, let's face it, it's probably the best commentary you're ever going to hear. So if you want to go ahead and send it to the match, enjoy this.
I agree. This is incredible, and it did end very well for the AON, just not for that Thrun guy. Anyway, let's go to the match. Colin Blair, ISP, War for Territory 4. I don't even have to say who's in the ring or anything like that because we are not live. We are actually in the studios, and the next two voices you are going to hear is not X-Man and Drew Shannon, but some very special guest stars for this matchup.
You mean brains?
That too, I was trying to be somewhat polite. I do have to work with them on a regular basis.
And you mean
unfortunately.
somebody with charisma as well.
Yes. I got charisma to my left, and I got intelligence to my right. So this is going to be perfect. This is going to be a great, so much fun.
That had to, even though you whipped yourself to the ground, that had to feel good throwing him in that
This
hard.
this is what really felt good.
Oh man.
I mean, the match is over at this point.
Well, let me just say that it's a good thing that British don't have good dental work anyway, so you really didn't do any harm.
I just want to say, I want to speak to the quality of the performer that you are, of the athlete that you are, that you went in with Colin Blair from the beginning. You know, you didn't need me to come down to the ringside after Colin already wrestled
don't give away the
Justin
match.
Starr. You know what I mean? You didn't need me. You could take him to task from the beginning.
Oh, look at the violent chops.
Those are nasty.
I could feel his heart pounding in my hand when I touched his skin.
Wow, that's a great description. I've never heard it put so beautifully in all my life. That's almost poetry, man, I'm telling you. This is some great commentary. This has got to be one of my favorite sessions ever. And now, you're going to fire him onto the ropes? Well, he kind of...
He slipped,
Yeah.
but that didn't save him.
Yeah, he thought he outsmarted you, and guess what? He didn't. Oh, what a vicious clothesline.
There haven't been too many people in this position to be able to outsmart me at War for Territory.
That was a great power slam. I saw the way you land all your weight on him. Like most people, they land flush. You just drove him into the mat. That was a great power slam. Now, Colin had to take a little breather here.
He's-
This guy, bro, which... Oh! Wow. Unbelievable.
That's for the fans.
You should have seen Drew's eyes after that.
See, if AC Norway wasn't in your line of sight,
Well, you know,
you
every
would
now
have
and
seen
then,
that coming. But of course, he has to get in the way of everything.
I got a
Yeah,
little
that's
lucky.
when I knew he was dirty. That is when I started to realize he was
And then
dirty.
the closed fists,
Not even doing anything about it.
the slow count. He's not even trying.
Like, who punches somebody, for real, with the closed fist and then have the disregard to push the referee around? That is the quality of athlete of Colin Blair.
Unless you have the referee in your pockets. Then you can push him around all you want to.
He is putting on a great show.
No question. And a couple European uppercuts, those are very nice. I mean, give him credit for that. And here's the warning of Revere. Or as X will go, I call that the British Dart.
Yeah, well, it's not a car. So.
Yeah. And through the ropes, I mean,
See, I knew with the quality of athlete that Colin Blair is also, his moves are very, very, how do they say in America, finesse-like. He is great at executing what he does.
he is a great wrestler. And great, like you said, he's finesse. His moves are very fluid, but... Oh. Well, he kind of caught you a little dazed right there. I mean, that's all there is to
I
that.
can appreciate what he is doing at this point, though. I'm just biding my time.
Oh, of course. I mean, you know when to strike. I've always said you are a ring general. You know all four corners. You know where you're at all times. You're just kind of suckering him in, pulling him into this. How badly did this hurt? I have to ask. I mean, I'm not trying to be...
I almost broke my neck right there. Almost broke my neck.
And that's the kind of person Colin Blair is.
It was a devious, dastardly move there on his behalf. He knew he would try to take me out with that. Yet somehow I still find the, what did they say? Intestinal fortitude?
The wherewithal.
The wherewithal?
I mean, you were in this matchup. You were going to, beat him, and then you're going to leave. He's out here to try and hurt you, and then he tries to show off with some of his little fancy flippy moves.
This is a man who said that he is the greatest athlete in AON. And he is up there, my friends. Yes, he is. To be the greatest is something totally different.
And let's look at the fact that he's also a liar. He said he was going to continue to wear that mask until he was champion. He was champion for, 2 seconds and lost it? But he hasn't put the mask back on.
I couldn't even tell you how many times I could have won and lost the title in the amount of time that he had the belt. I could have been like 145-time champion.
I believe it. You are unbelievable in that ring. And right now, he thinks he's got the advantage, and he's going to push the referee. And now look at this. This is what ticked me off.
That's what separates me from everybody else. I try to wrestle fairly.
He has to cheat.
You do. You try to bring fairness and respect to every match you're in. And then things like that have to happen.
Much
And
like-
you know what? We can take care of that now. We don't have to worry
I
about this.
never believe we can.
Much like Kessler tries to bring honesty and fairness to the AON.
I do. I really do. In a humble way.
Yes. Very humble. In
Jeez.
fact, I'll sing your graces for you.
I know. I've been called egotistical by some people, but...
That looked almost disgusting.
And now there's children present, and he's,
Putting his finger up his nose, and that's a nice drop kick. I give him credit for that. That's a nice drop kick.
And then, look, that was a chop kick. That
Yeah.
wasn't at all.
That's illegal in the NFL.
Yes, it is. And another one of those low drop kicks. Off the ropes. That's a little dirty right there. That's underhanded, if you ask me. I mean, when you do it, you don't have any boots on. He's got those hard soles.
Using a weapon. It
Yeah.
is a use of a weapon.
Although I will
I'll
give
bet
credit.
you they were loaded heels.
This is nice. That is a nice looking move.
All right, now I will say that did look nice.
I will give him
Two.
credit for that.
But it was pretty, and it didn't have much impact. And that's why you didn't get the 3 count. If he actually knew how to finish it, he would have won.
Colin Blair needs an Emmy for this performance right here. The way that he is going about Mr. AC Norway.
Hey, don't take anything away from AC. He actually is playing off pretty well, too. Like, no, that's totally fair. Oh, of course you guys think so.
Of course.
Now, see, I knew...
Yeah, look at you standing your ground.
That's right, because I'm
Like
a true professional.
Drew ran away like a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah, X fell on the floor trying to run away.
And by that, I mean a 9-year-old girl.
Oh, there you have
Look
it.
at that.
There you have it.
See, even X was in his pocket. Now I'm going to have a word with him.
Yeah, you should hear a commentary for
Oh,
this.
yeah,
that's great.
see?
Beautiful.
Now, see, I knew enough not to be... I knew you'd take care of me.
And
I knew
then
enough would happen
bam.
to me.
Oh, and
See?
there goes Drew running around like a 6-year-old girl.
Yep.
Crying about his ankle.
Yep.
X, you're looking forward, you're like, all right. We're ready to go. ISP's ready to take it to town.
Watch this.
Bang!
Oh, man. Now, not to bring up any sore subject, but you've
No, wait,
tasted-
watch. Look at that slow count. Ridiculous.
You've been kicked by that particular move.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm not trying to make any problems or anything. I'm just going to ask, how does that feel?
Well, it doesn't feel good.
So imagine how Colin felt, and these guys truly hate each other. Am I correct, Mr. Sharif-Phakur?
Hate is such a soft word for how I felt about Mr. Blair at this point. He bombed my compound with my wives. I have 5 of them. And I
Congratulations.
could find you 5 of them as well. But he also bombed my children out the compound.
That's low.
That is a dastardly deed.
Well, that just speaks to. Oh, wait, that's.
I think AC might have pulled
And
Colin.
here we go again with more of
Again,
this,
just doing
this
whatever he
Academy
wants to
Award.
do.
And then, look, there's.
A paddle? I mean, seriously, who carries one of those things around? What is he, a teacher? And then look, Colin's even in the ropes.
Yeah, he's on. Yeah.
I think he was even holding on to the rope at one point.
I think you're right. I think Mr. Bro there might even had a hold of his leg as well. I mean, no matter what, there's all kinds of cheating going on here. And of course, you know, when you listen to the commentary with my co-hosts, I use that term loosely, they're of course saying, oh no, it's completely fair. Yeah, sure it was.
See, none of this had been going on had I had Emily Carmichael out there with me. But no, Mr. AC Norway had to send her to the back.
And did you notice how he didn't put up any fight with this bro character out there at
None
all?
whatsoever. None whatsoever. Even after he said that he associates himself with that guy they call the Queen.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even want to know what's going on with that whole thing. Hey, that's his
Is
taste,
that Bobby
whatever.
Frap?
No.
Somebody different.
Well, he did say he speaks the Queen's language, and I did not see no Queen but Mr. Blair.
Oh, look at this. I like this move. I mean, this is a good backbreaker, but this isn't what I'm talking about. Watch.
I've been watching him for 2 years, my friend.
And again,
Oh.
Good night.
Now, I've had that too, and that's a very disorienting.
But with Mr. Blair, I've been watching him for years, and I prepared myself for that.
Nice dugout clothesline, kick to the midsection. Oh, I love that neck
And
breaker.
that just speaks to how great you are because, you know, the cartwheel kick, the move we just saw there. What's that called,
That's
Mr. Edwards? The
one?
encyclopedia, the swinging neck breaker.
Oh yeah, that
You know,
beautiful.
all those things.
reversal.
You bring out new arsenal.
Oh. And then that elbow drop that X loves
I
so
thought
much.
it was over right here.
Yeah, it should have been over. That was a slow
It should have
count.
been. It was again.
That's gotta be disorienting.
Yes,
for
this
somebody.
is the most devastating maneuver in all of wrestling. I don't care what federation it is, all of wrestling.
Now, look,
When I hit this, it is over every time.
but I'm looking at the bro now. He's trying to help untangle his feet. And you know, the bro, of course, at the last minute says, "Hey, sit
Yep,
up."
told him to sit up.
Back. We've been watching your matches for a long time here on the rundown. And,
If you have never seen anybody do this,
uh-oh.
this is amazing.
Unbelievable. Come on, he's gonna go for it.
That was 3 rotations.
Now, what was the impact like of that move? I mean, that had to have caught you a little off guard.
He got a lot of that on me. I mean, the most important part is that he got a lot of that himself too, apparently, as you can see.
And again, that move is great for if you have flash photography. Take a
Now
lot of
this
pictures.
should be it. You're going to take advantage of the opportunity that was given to you.
that he gave to you.
I knew that Colin Blair would try to
What do you mean
crash
he
it,
gave
but
to you? No, he beat Colin Blair down this much.
if it don't work once, you got to do it again.
That elbow drop was devastating. That looked
Colin
like it
Blair
was right
didn't
to the
give him
heart.
anything. And here it is. 1, 2, and what should have been 3.
And
Yes,
again,
then that's when I knew. That is when I knew, obviously.
And he's playing it off like he doesn't know anything.
That was the world's slowest 3 count.
I agree. I fully agree. That should have been a 3 count. We should have had it ringside.
When you have a problem, you eliminate the problem.
Oh, man. And AC is out. Well, now you don't have a referee, so what happens here?
Plan B.
There's always a contingency plan. The fix is always in, I believe is how that.
Continuity of government, as they would say.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, who is this?
I don't. That's.
And in other words, what you're going to say is that Colin Blair, he got
There's
got.
a handsome individual.
Look, I love this part. Like, I was completely beside myself. at this
What?
point.
Wait a minute. Did Cass Edison just give Israel Sharif-Phakur a chair?
That's
Now-
for the paddle, that's for the stomps on the outside, and that's for everything else you've done.
Oh, and guess what? At this point, I'm a co-owner. Yeah, I have the authority to do this.
And let's not forget, you're also a licensed referee in 7 states.
That's right. So, there you have it.
It's all completely legal.
See, I knew Colin Blair would at some point in this match go up and try to do something where he would crash and burn. He did not plan, no, for me and Mr. Edison to be on the same page.
And once again, Cass Edison is not a member of the cartel. So you followed the rules perfectly to the end. And look at that shirt.
Oh, the crowd is loving me right now.
I couldn't believe
It's
they
not
fell for
because of the shirt either, it's just because of me.
it. And the people behind you, they actually fell for it. They had their hands in the air.
Get the trash out of the ring there. See, that's what we do there.
I threw open my mouth a little bit when I put that shirt on.
I
Are you searching a gift for that very special someone? Or do you not have anyone? Well, that's sad. But this will make you happy. All or Nothing Professional Wrestling official merchandise. From t-shirts to dog tags to license plates, posters. Not that clown, but Justin Starr. Visit our merchandise table at any AON live event or AONWrestling.com. All this great merchandise is affordable, and here's the bonus. You'll make all your friends jealous. Get some awesome AON merchandise today. If you like the action you see on the AON Rundown, then don't miss the hottest show in town. All or Nothing Professional Wrestling Live. All or Nothing Wrestling would like to take this time to thank our sponsors for their continued support.
That was great. That was one of the single greatest matches I've seen in a very long time.
I do what I can, my friend.
it was fantastic.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Would you say match of the year?
I would say match of the year.
Yes. Let's already put that on the table.
I said before, right here on the show, that was going to be the sleeper match. I was right. I mean, that one stole the show.
Well, you know, Mr. Blair, like I said, bit off a little bit more than he can, how do you say, chew on.
He is talented, but he's no ring general. I've said it all along.
Yeah, he's no ISP.
Right.
I mean, I don't like to toot my own horn. That's why I have other people do it
No,
for me.
I'll do it for you. That was a great match. I don't mind telling you that. And I just can't say enough good things about it.
It's great AON action. In fact, you know what? If you want to see more great live AON action, this Saturday at the Northern Blair County Recreation Center.
Oh, just slow down, my friend. These stupid
I
people.
forgot
I
where
don't understand you unless you speak slowly.
we got a bunch of
Wait,
cretins out there.
I've done this enough.
Okay.
On Old Route 220, just before Del Grosso's amusement park, if you are coming from Altoona. For you people in Tyrone, I'll slow down even further. It's after the park. Does that sound about right?
I'm waiting for that to sink in for these
Okay.
morons. Okay, so yeah,
And
we have that
one more.
show this Saturday. Bell time is 7 p.m. And we have Randall Fairway will be defending the PA title. He's gonna set an open challenge. So that's the kind of champion. That's the kind of
He's a
man.
great champion.
I'm
That
so
he
glad
is.
that he is back.
He's gonna challenge anybody for his title. And you know what? For you,
I mean, I would appreciate the night off.
But I know.
Well, excuse me, can I come? We can't deprive the
I
great
know.
fans.
I
Right.
just feel like they don't pay enough to see me wrestle.
I would agree with that, but
That's true, but I think because today is Patriot Day, it is September 11th, and I know how much that this day means to you.
Yes, I hold it close to my heart.
So I have a gift. If you can find a tag team partner now, and I don't care who it is, your discretion, and you got my backing, whomever you want to make it, I will give you a tag team title shot against the Psychotic Assassins.
I can pick anybody.
Anybody on the roster, and they'll have to do it because I said so.
You make me an offer I cannot refuse, as they say.
brilliant. That's a great
You
match.
got yourself a deal, my friend.
That's right. See,
A deal is a deal.
this is what makes AON great.
I could tell you one person that it's not going to be done. It won't be Shane Malice, my friends. Shane Malice will never get to see the tag team title ever again. It definitely will not be overthrown.
How do you spell that anyway?
That is right. I say that right.
Close enough for me.
It will not be
cares?
this man here. But I do have somebody in mind.
Hey, anybody you want, buddy. Anybody you want.
Well, I guess they will have to find out on September 17th.
Be there, guys. And let's not forget, we got another great show on the 24th up in Bellefonte.
Bellefonte, at the Bellefonte High School. See, I'm a full owner for less than a month, and we're in 2 new venues.
Already.
Bellefonte High School is going to be massive. It's going to be huge. So anybody down there in Bellefonte, and the reason we're going down there actually is because we put out these messages saying if you want to see AON in your area and see that action, then email us at do your thing. Rundown at aonwrestling.com.
Be right
That's
there.
amazing. That is amazing.
That is why we're in Bellefonte because of there's probably one smart
It's
person
probably
out
because
there.
of me and Fairway.
It might be,
and
yeah.
Mr. Edison
Those guys don't know how to use a
Mr.
computer.
Edwards, they come out in droves to see us now. I mean, I know we're gonna get slammed on the AON.com forums. That's what they do. They complain.
That's all they do.
All they do. It's funny. It's funny how much they complain about us. As long as we're in the news, we're in the news, my friend.
Keep talking about them, guys. Keep talking about them. You're just making them bigger.
There's no bad press.
And speaking of brilliance and everything like that, I know you're kind of humble at times. And
I am very humble. yes.
well, when Cass Edison first came on board as a co-owner of AON, he brought us this great show, the AON RunDown, which
I did do that. That was completely
we
my
had,
idea.
What, over a year, almost a year and a half now?
Or a year and a half, yeah. We've
And-
been renewed.
And now that he's 100% owner again, we got a second AON show coming soon, guys.
2. I like the shape of that,
Just
actually.
another one for me to be on.
We're going to call that one the Saturday Night Slam. And that's actually going to start, I believe, the beginning of October on Fox 8. We get to return to the original channel on Fox.
That's beautiful.
So we are on 2 different channels now.
2 different networks.
That is amazing.
Unbelievable. Do we have a time for it yet, or are you still negotiating?
It's good. It's negotiating. We'll put it here on the rundown. I'm sure because you're here, I know the information will get passed along correctly. I'm not going to leave it up to X-Man because he's just a doof.
And Drew's so caught up with that to Miss Sanders.
Let it go.
Unbelievable. See, that's what having this kind of owner does for us, guys. And the operation is just going to make AON even better than it's ever been.
And we're not done yet.
We're gonna take this operation to a level that you have never seen, my friends. And this is a warning for everybody in the back. It is over for you.
A project is an idea. An operation has a plan. So remember that.
I get the feeling it's going to be a success.
Oh, I know it's going to be a success.
Well, when it's time to close, do one of you guys want to say it since X-Man's not here?
You know what? It's Patriot Day. I think we should it's all you.
Let me see if I can do this right.
Yeah, let's give him the room here a little bit.
Amen for AON.
Oh, it's never sounded better.
Everybody's